G'day guys, welcome to another South Coast Assault. And what a better place to start than with a fence full of Kermit dolls. Check this out. No idea how did this all come about or how it started, but it's hilarious. So I'm just standing on the freeway. I'm just in Narra, pretty much Jervis Bay's that way. So I've got another a good probably just under 3 hours to go before I hit Bermagui. And the plan for this particular weekend is we're going to go out and we're going to dive the William Dawes again. The surprise that I was mentioning before is we've got Ray Wilson, who is come all the way from Illinois in the US. His grandfather served on the William Dawes. He wasn't on the ship on the day of the sinking, but he was just on it before the ship went out on its last trip. So we're gonna have a chat with Ray. He's gonna tell us some interesting stories. So this is gonna be really cool. But yep, I'm gonna continue on so I can get there before it's too late. Noisy trucks going past, and we're hoping again for good weather. Looking a little, I don't know. There's a little bit of swell, but we'll see how we go. Doesn't look like there's any current to deal with, but again, we wouldn't know until we go out there. So anyway, I'll see you guys in Bermagui. Cheers. Morning everyone. What a better way than to start with a stingray in the harbour. So we are loading the boat as we speak. The time is 6:28. It's bloody early and it's bloody cold. It's definitely much colder than what it was last time we were here. My hands are just frozen at the moment, just even holding the camera. But it's all going well. We've loaded some gear last night, so we are just in the process of doing the loading now. We want to take off a bit early today as the sea's going to be a bit sloppy, and I think there's going to be a bit of a rise in the swell, so we want to get out as early as possible. So we're going to go and have a look how the boys are going and go from here. Yeah, we've got Chris, who is doing our support diver today. Chris?
Supporting.
Let's see what the boys are doing over here. How are we going, boys?
Good. How are you going, Samir?
I'm frozen.
Frozen. Don't you need to warm up?
Let me see. Is that a cue for carry some gear?
Could be. Just getting everything set up.
I think we're going to do that. So yeah, we better start loading the gear and then we'll be out there on the water. Hopefully it's not too rough. All right, see you there. Well, we're off, boys. Everyone's puffing and a bit of steam out of their mouth. Russ, why you always turn up with the cameras on?
Mover, man!
I know, the carry car resistance.
We've got some drone action happening.
Depends on whether we get it back or not.
So we've got Ray with us here, who is joining us all the way from Illinois in the US.
Yep.
Ray, first of all, welcome to Australia and to the South Coast.
Yes.
You've got a bit of a personal connection to the William Dawes that we're going to be diving this morning.
Absolutely.
Can you tell us why is that?
So my grandfather actually served on this ship at one point. He wasn't actually on the ship at the time of sinking, but he was actually transferred off of it prior to it getting struck by the torpedo. So, I mean, when I actually learned that my grandfather actually served on this ship and it's actually diveable,
Yeah.
after having him tell me all these stories as a little child, I was just absolutely blown away. And, you know, I just had to come here and, you know, check it out for myself. So.
Oh, well, that's great. I'm just looking, there's Dave was trying to catch the drone and like, yay, caught it! So was your grandfather on the boat just before he went out on this last voyage? Or when
Yeah,
did he,
I don't remember the exact time frame, but it was within a few weeks of it being struck by the torpedo.
Okay.
Transferred off of it.
do you know what rank he was? What was his job on the ship?
So he was an officer. I don't know what his rank was at the time, but he was a telecommunications officer.
Okay.
So.
And so how did you find out about the wreck and that there's a whole bunch of divers diving in over here? How did that come around?
Well, so the very summarized version of it, I would have to say, is, you know, I was told these stories about my grandfather, you know, when I was a little child, about how he served on the ship and how it got torpedoed. And if you fast forward all the way until, you know, just a few months ago,
Yeah.
you know, I was talking to, you know, my buddy Russ,
Yeah.
on Facebook, who honestly I've never even met before. And, you know, he was asking me about, you know, undergarment choices.
Yeah.
Because he knows I dive in cold water, but basically it went, so the reason why I want this underguard is because I'm diving this really deep shipwreck here off the coast of Australia here in a few weeks. It's, it's an American, you know, it's an American livery ship that got struck by a torpedo during World War II off the Australian coast. And, you know, he did not name the vessel. So I actually had dinner with my mom a few weeks later, and I asked her if she remembered the name of the vessel, and she said, yeah, the name of the vessel I served on that got struck was called the William Dawes.
Wow.
I go back to Russ, and I ask him, so is the name of the ship that you're diving the William Dawes? And he's like, whoa, mate, yeah, how the hell did he know? So it's just like an unbelievable coincidence that,
Wow, that's
you
cool.
know, yeah, things really work out the way they do.
And here you are.
Yeah.
Now in this rather bit of swell water, I gotta say, it's not the smoothest of days today.
No.
It's gonna be a bit of a challenge. And apparently it's gonna get worse through the day. So I don't think we're gonna be extremely smooth today. So we're gonna have to basically do our best, and hopefully, hopefully the water is looking clear, so we should get good visibility regardless.
Yeah.
So
Sunny day
and
too.
we're not sure. We'll see how we get for tomorrow, whether we can get to the Montague Island wreck or not. Oh yeah, the seasick tablets will be working overdrive today.
Yeah, I'm glad I took one.
Alright, awesome. Alright, well, hopefully you enjoy, and we'll chat to you probably after the dive, and tell us your impressions and all that.
Yeah, I might have a little something stuck in my eye.
Awesome. Thanks, Ray.
Thanks.
Hey, go. What happened today, Dave?
Well, I'll tell you what happened. We went all the way out there. We got there. We found the wreck. We shot the wreck. We had to pull the shot in again. We got it all back in. We pulled it back on. We shot the wreck again. And then there's too much current. So it's nearly pulling the pinky underwater. So then we had to pull it back in, and we're basically pulling the pin, but we'll have a crack tomorrow. See how we go.
Morning, everyone.
Morning.
We're back on the morning. Hey! they're all a little bit chirpy. We've had a few gin and tonics last night. That's because we never dived. The current was so shit last night. Well, that's just yesterday. And so everyone's a little bit more fresher this morning. Just gonna try William Dawes again. And if the William Dawes is still blown out, if it's still got a lot of current, we're gonna try the bigger. And we'll see how we go. But I am Emma. Hi.
Hi.
Emma drove all the way from Sydney last night, just so she can keep us poor sods company. You're looking a little bit less blurry out compared to last time, so you must have had a good sleep.
I had a really good sleep.
Yeah, I can see.
Big bed all to myself.
Support our supervisor. Was it a busy day yesterday?
Oh, flat out, I'm exhausted.
I know, it's like it's especially that rock hopping that we did, didn't we?
It was a good time, nearly fell in.
Yeah. Come on.
No,
Come on, Dad, what? You did.
that's so slippery and these have no grip.
Don't worry, Chris. If you fall, I've got it on video. Yeah, never got a film him falling in. Oh shit, I forgot about that. I better take some C6 tablets. Nice butt crack, Chris.
Thank you. Do you want to touch it?
To see the second day, attempt number 2 to try to get on the William Dawes. So yesterday the conditions were a bit sloppy out there, but if anything they were very diveable. The problem was the current was very, very strong. We are still sheltered over here by the bay over there, so we're gonna, it looks a bit lumpy out there. It's supposed to be rising the swell a little bit, but the sea is dropping, so the wind is about 10-15 knots this morning supposed to be. It's doable, but again, it all depends on the current. Yesterday evening the guys were fishing and they said the current was ripping, so if we don't get out to the William Dawes, which would be very unfortunate because we really want to put Ray on the wreck, but we'll attempt a bigger. At least we can get wet somewhere. But you know, you get that on these big trips. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. So we'll see. But after the gorgeous morning, very crisp, very cold, but yeah, typical South Coast, just gorgeous. So Tom said that he had a good sleep and he's all refreshed. And what is Tom doing? Yep, Tom was asleep. How's it looking, Dave?
It's looking quite sloppy. Not the forecast we were after this morning tonight. It was trying to see what the current's doing, see if it's diveable or whether it's another day at the pub.